Yeah. Let me do it. You wanna talk about it? We gon' talk about it. You wanna talk about it? That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. Hollywood. Let me do it. WCEG, Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South. We can talk about it. That Hollywood of the South.
And we are back on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. I'm Wardell Richardson, your host. Here is my co-host, Kia Baxter.
Hello.
We have our guest, Tinzley Bradford.
Hey.
And Kelvin Troy Johnson in the building.
Yes, sir.
So, if y'all missed the first half, then you missed a treat because we got a little intense in here.
Yes.
And we about to get intense again.
Fire.
So before we left, I wanted to touch back on this before I get on the other thing. Kelvin was telling us the 5 things that make it impossible to get him off your mind. And we got a call coming in. This is Wardell Richardson. You're on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. May I ask who's calling?
Yo, Warner, what's going on, man? It's Adrian, man.
What's up, Adrian? How you doing, man?
Man, once again, bro, I'm enjoying this channel, man. Yo, y'all got a hot topic going on tonight. Hey, y'all killing me right now. It's all facts, though. It's all facts.
Right.
But I was calling in to recap on a point that Kim made earlier about when a woman, sometimes a woman has to teach a man how to be within a relationship. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily how to be a man, but how to be a man within a relationship. Because you got to think, like, this day and time, you got a lot of men who is coming from single-parent homes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they didn't see growing up how a man is supposed to treat a woman, how a woman is supposed to treat a man, and vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same as, like, for a man who grew up in a single-parent home and they have a child, they don't know how to be a father to their child.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it come from a snowball effect. Mm-hmm. From the late 70s through the 80s until now, when there was a lot of black males being incarcerated and the male figure was being taken out of the homes. So it's a lot come from that, but that's a whole nother subject. But yes, women, sometimes y'all have to teach us how to be men in relationship. And vice versa, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, women have to be taught how to be a woman within a relationship.
Right.
So
you're right, man.
There's a lot come with that.
Yep. I appreciate you calling in and saying that, man. That's true.
Okay. Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I think I agree fully with what both of them said about being taught, because I think it's different for different relationships. There are certain things like one of the things I talked about in my podcast on the communication segment is everybody is different, and so it's important for you to let that person know. Because I remember when I was like in an abusive relationship and I went into my next relationship and I was very volatile. And I didn't really realize it. And the guy was like so like calm or whatever, but I was so used to being in this volatile relationship, and him like he loved the whole turn up situation. Like when we get into it, cause he just want to, get all crazy. And then we have passionate, whatever, after makeup. And so after that, when I went into the next relationship, I was the same way, and that didn't work for that person. So I had to be taught, by him how to be the, a woman and for him, the woman for him in the relationship that we were in. Right. So I agree with that.
And like Tinsley said, you got to be willing to learn.
Yeah,
you got to be willing to, say, hey, what do I need to do to make this right? Or just be open to understanding the person you're with, because everyone's different.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone except, love different.
Yes.
Love is different to every single person.
Do you think people pass judgment when they see their behavior at first, though? Like, they pass judgment. They'll stick around. They'll stay in a relationship, but they're passing
It's in the
judgment.
back of their mind.
Right. And
Yeah,
then
for sure.
sometimes I think the fear may come is now, am I teaching him for the next woman? Because he
Right.
ain't choosing me because he already see how I can be. He don't want to deal with me no more.
Yeah.
I'm teaching you for the next woman because you're going to
Yeah.
dump me, but you got the good from me. I taught you that.
And I always say to women,
That's
that's not
not
your
fair.
concern.
That shouldn't be, but that's,
That's
a lot
not
of
your
people's fear.
concern because that wasn't the one for you, and that was to me that was a part of his journey. You being in his life. If you taught him something, you were a blessing to him.
That was a blessing. I
You know
want
what
to
I
hear
mean?
what Kevin got to
But
say.
that's not your. That's not. You're not his wife.
It
and
wasn't meant for her.
Right.
It wasn't meant for her.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, my thought is this. Today I went to my daughter's awards banquet. She's on the honor roll, and they gave her a certificate.
congratulations,
and all
my baby girl.
Princess, princess.
right? And I had clients to see, and I had appointments to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Daddy, you're not coming to my awards banquet?" And I was like, "Honey, I've been there since day one.
Yeah.
When you popped out of the womb, guess who was there? Me. And guess what? I haven't missed anything since. So what makes you think I wouldn't show up?" Now I had to like grin and bear it. I had to pull some stuff around. I had to I had to do a lot of moving around and hurrying up and doing something. But because she's a priority to me,
Right.
I made sure that I showed up for my daughter.
Absolutely.
Right.
I love it.
So that means her growing up, her expectation is that the man in my life, I'll know he's the man for me when he shows
Shows
up.
up.
He shows up.
And
That right there was a you better preach moment.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Because
I
the first person a woman loves is her dad.
yes,
That's the
yeah.
first love she feels.
If she
That's
has
why-
that.
And I never had that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so sucker free, subtle free.
Yeah.
I stay in my lane. Don't worry. I stay in my lane.
I love it.
So,
What's the 5 things? I
Yeah,
wanna know.
let's finish
So
the
he
5
did
things. Because you said 5 things. I want you to just say all the other 3 before we make a comment on it.
Okay, so I thought we was going to the 4.
We are.
Okay.
But I want to go back because we didn't finish and they want to know too.
They want to know. All right, here we go. All right.
The 5 things that make it impossible to get him off your mind. Ladies, listen to this.
All right. So listen, 5 things. Now, one of the important things. Let me get to it. All right. So being you
Okay.
and being flexible. Now check it out. There are women who they just their expectation is so high they don't know how to dress down. Like you say, we're going to go shoot basketball and they come with heels. Like, okay,
I'm just kidding.
it's okay for you to be you, but be flexible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now in the
Be on time.
you're right.
He tried it.
Look, be you,
Tried
but
it.
be flexible and know how to how to bend yourself to the situation and how to be accommodating. Right now, I did Wardell. I did another radio show, and I was talking about this idea of expectations. And the interviewer was a lady, and she said some of the men that are in that she's having conversations with are saying that women have expectations too high. Women have too high of expectations. They just want too much today, right? And she asked me, well, what do you think, Kelvin? And I said, I think it's actually the opposite. I think most women have their standards and expectations too low.
Ooh.
Okay, I think that, and I gave the analogy of a man once told me. He said he was giving a young man some knowledge, right? He said, wherever you go, there's going to be women.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, if you want to live in the gutter, there'll be a woman who will join you in the gutter.
Come on.
Okay, but if you want to ascend to the highest edge of your potential, then there'll be a woman who will join you in that highest. And he said you do well to grab a woman from that environment, so you don't have to pull somebody up to meet you where you are. So
Be you, right? Be you.
yes. So be you, right? Being flexible, but understand that you need to keep your standards high, and never let them down. That whole thing with the door, never let it down. If that's what you want, stick to it.
What's the
Okay.
next? Come on,
What's the
juicy,
next?
juicy, juicy.
Oh, next. Okay. All right. And I already said be unavailable sometimes, right? Be easy to talk to and easy to laugh with. Every man wants a woman who is easy to be around.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
All
That's
right?
true.
No man wants to be on guard all the time.
Yes.
Now you know that
Now, a
one.
lot of women do that.
Yeah?
They keep dudes on guard like you would never believe.
Wonder why they have to though.
Oh, see, why you all
Come on, settle free.
No, but there's a reason for it. Every cause has a reason.
No.
Yes, it
It may
does.
have been something she dealt with before that she need to fix. It ain't
It
have
could
nothing to do
be
with that
something.
guy.
It might not be the case. I'm telling you, you got to be a fly
might
on the
not be
wall.
that guy.
You got to be a fly on the
It
wall
don't
to
have
say
to be
that.
that guy though.
Something happened.
You
Every cause has an
already
effect.
Back to that guy.
I'm
No,
not
you know
referring
why?
back to the guy.
I
I'm just saying
understand
what
that.
may have happened to
I
cause her to be
understand
that
'cause
way.
Women,
It's-
She has her learning to do too. Now
Yeah.
we talked about
the same
that.
thing when women say are guarded. You know, they like, I'm just guarded. I just don't want such a. But then at the same time, when you guard it, you're not being who you are.
Right, but I
So
want to know the
person
why.
you
I
with-
always want to know the why, whether it's with that guy or whatever. Something happened to make her feel she needs to be like
But
that.
something
Why?
happened to make everybody whoever the way that they are. Period.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're
Whether
right.
it's right or wrong, but I still always have to ask the why.
Yeah.
Why
Right.
is she doing that?
Right.
Why is she always
Yeah.
on guard? Why does she have that man feeling like he has to be all uptight? Something happened, whether it's with
And
him
because
or somebody
okay,
else.
Let's just say she was in a past relationship and the guy was he was insecure. He always wanted to know what was going on.
Jealous, something like that.
Because women are experts at that, at going through people's stuff and all that kind of stuff.
I don't
So
do that.
I don't do it either.
Oh,
Expert detective.
man.
I just don't. I don't.
What?
That's not me.
See y'all.
But I'm being
I'm
real. I'm
with you.
being 100. I have had my issues, but I'm gonna say this: there's a reason for it, So I always want to know the why. She might have her own healing to do. She got to get over that in the past.
Right.
But when you say it, she might be uptight because of something that happened to her, whether it was with that guy or it's something that happened to her to make her feel like detective, whoever she is.
right.
She got to grow from that.
But
She
see,
has
at
to
the
grow
end of
from
the
that.
day, if you, it's like this. I see women on that want to be with a rapper. You know what I'm saying? These women that want to be with a rapper, then they get mad when the rapper cheats on them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
What you expect?
Right.
is gonna
No, I
happen.
agree with you on
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Loyalty.
You know,
He
they
doing what
young
rappers
dudes,
do.
They young dudes. You're right. He doing what normally do, but you get mad. Why you get mad? You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, why put yourself in a position to be a certain way that you don't really want to be?
I agree. That's where settle free come in. Why settle? If you're not happy in that situation, you see those signs early on, you don't have to settle for that. You have a choice.
Exactly.
What's
Yeah.
that next
Right.
tip? What's that next tip?
All right, here go the next
Go
tip.
next tip.
Look, men secretly want a challenge.
I believe it.
What you talking about?
We do.
Men secretly want a challenge, so learn how to clap back, right? If he knows that you ain't a pushover and you can he say something and you gonna say something back,
Right.
like just being sarcastic or just
Right.
being fun. It
Right.
like he's like, wow.
What? She didn't let me control her? What?
Yeah, like King is gonna lay, yes, master. She's gonna come back on him. Then that's like, wow,
No,
she's a
'cause-
challenge. She's she's engaging and not boring.
And we like women that can teach us something too. Like if we don't know something, she can come in and say, "Listen, I can show you this, and you can make more money if I showed you." If I
Yeah,
did it."
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
Love it.
That depends on the man though.
Yeah.
That depends on the man.
Oh,
Some
absolutely.
men
I'm so
depend
glad
on
you
the
said that
That
because
depends on the
you've
man.
done that. And then
Some
once
men-
again, it falls back to that. Are you getting him ready for the next woman?
Yeah.
Now I would keep a woman like that.
Yeah.
Because-
Ladies, here, keep you.
Because this is the thing. This is the thing. It's hard to find. Like as a man, our job is to protect, cultivate, provide. All these different things. So at the end of the day, if you got a woman that's helping you build that,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate.
That's
thing.
attractive.
That's very attractive.
I had Brother Jeffrey on my show last night, right?
Mm-hmm,
And he talked about a brother. There was a brother who he was really good in poetry, right?
Okay.
He was really good in poetry, and he'd write these poems out. And he was like, he told his woman one day, I'm gonna make a book one day, and behind his back, she went and pulled all his poetry and created it and designed it, put it in the book, put a
Yes.
cover on it, and gave it back to him
And said, this is your book.
and said, "This is your book."
That's beautiful.
You know, like happy birthday or the Merry Christmas or whatever.
Wow.
Just thinking of you. Here is your product. And he was totally blown away. He had the bones for it, but he didn't have the creativity of how to put it all together. And a woman who can add two in that way, she is a keeper.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's exactly what
I'm so glad y'all
You
said it,
cannot
but what
leave
about
that
the
way.
ones that don't see that value? You do all that, but they still make excuses. There's some I've seen that happen.
Look.
I gotta say it. It's experience.
It's
My
true.
settle-free crime experience.
Somebody
But who don't want to hear the truth? You're not
Yeah.
being honest. I gotta
That's
be
true.
100. You said be
we
me.
can't get nobody get
But no.
Look,
What
there's
about
all
the
kinds
ones that
in the
don't
world.
see value in that? But see, I'm here to learn. What about the ones that don't see value in
Okay.
it?
Right.
Because you
There are
do all
some
that,
that
and then you say, okay, put the poetry in there.
But-
I added to his
And you know
business.
what?
I made
so
that thing happen.
So look, behavior.
Is this a wife that
behavior.
did that?
That
Is
was
this-
his wife. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it could be his girlfriend. Behavior teaches you intention.
Okay.
Okay, so you
I
know
love that.
from the behavior. So if he act like all ungrateful and like, what you do this for? I ain't want
Well,
to
not even that. Be still. He's happy about it. He's
But
excited
see,
about it, but it wasn't enough.
But see, that goes to me saying this.
It wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough.
Mad at me for saying this, you gonna get mad at me for saying this. But I believe women try too hard to make something happen that you know ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
You might have a valid point, depending on
Because
it.
most when women do that, they will stay in and say, I hear women all
And
the
that's
time. They'll
true.
be with
I've
a
seen
guy,
that.
and they will keep trying with the guy, knowing the guy ain't good. You gonna keep trying until you don't wore yourself out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the next guy, he got to pay for all the stuff that guy did that you stuck with the whole time.
I think that's
And
a level of pride too with women. It's like I don't want to let this go.
Women like to
I
fix.
put all
Women like
this
to fix.
into it.
That's where the nurture
you know,
part come in.
yeah.
And then you said you were blown away, or you were blown away, she's blown away by that. But then on the back end, some women feel like I've done all this, and then he still boo-booed on me.
Yeah.
That hurts
Well,
a
that-
woman.
that
You know, he
happens.
wasn't for you.
No, he
Even
didn't
though you
boo-boo
went the
though.
extra mile to
this
do all
is the
that.
thing. That guy didn't just start being that way.
Right.
That's
He was
Right.
doing something from the beginning to give you
Well, he
an
might have
idea.
been. He might have
But
been.
But see, you probably felt like if I do this, this will win him
That's
over.
what some women
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
They feel
Right.
like that because
And
they're
it-
trying
and
to
it's
come
not
in.
gonna change
But see, that's the
anything.
point. It's showing the love. It's trying to speak the
Right.
language of what he
I
was
get
missing.
you. I get you, but you can't give somebody something
can't make
that they
somebody-
ain't trying to receive.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he ain't gonna receive it from the beginning,
Yeah, you
and
should know
keep
it.
trying to get, you
Yeah,
should
yeah.
know it already.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Right.
he gonna,
Pay
if he
attention
gonna
to
it.
take
Let it
and
go.
run with it, he gonna use it.
He
But
gonna
he
stick
not
around.
Gonna give you he not gonna give you the respect you deserve for giving it.
Got it. I
Yes.
feel you on that.
Right,
Okay.
right. You see, and like you said, it depends on who the guy is, right?
Right.
A guy like us who are go-getters and people trying to
Right.
achieve something.
You got somebody add
if
value.
you adding
Yeah.
value to that,
That's-
then
boy,
it
that's
is
a plus.
obvious that's
There's a
she's
lot
a
of
keeper.
stuff. See, I'm not a computer guy. I'm not. I putting all the paperwork. I hate that. That's not me. Give me a woman's. I say, look, I need to figure out how to do. Here you go. Oh my God, girl. What you want?
Teamwork.
Where you want to go?
Right,
Teamwork. Make the
teamwork.
dream,
Yeah.
make the dream work.
But it goes both ways, though, for sure. Because a woman definitely loves a man that compliments. This guy I was talking to, he said that the issue with a lot of women is that we typically date guys. We're typically smarter than the guys that we date.
Right.
And that causes issues in relationships and I can see it from both sides because it is true. Sometimes you see things differently and the guy just can't understand it because of his own experiences and his past things that he's been through. I've definitely been in relationships with that, like that, where, and I'm 33. I've been with the guys that are older than me, like 10 years older than me. And sometimes their mindset is just, you would think they would be mature and they're just not.
Yeah,
And
some
it's
of
like,
those women.
it's like, you don't get it. You don't understand.
Look, and
like,
some of
where
those
I'm coming
women,
from.
some of those women have the Florence Nightingale syndrome.
What is that?
They try to save a brother. And
Yeah.
trying to pull
They
a
trying to
brother
save
up.
nobody.
They
I don't
trying
want no
to wrap
project.
them up, and they need to
I don't want a project.
They have that nurturing spirit, but it's going awry because now they're trying to nurture this man.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know.
good
Right.
on
And you
that.
don't need to be
like,
taking care of anybody at this
it's
point.
like-
No
it's
taking care of
like the man
anybody.
to be. You'll see one, like I've seen women that they'll see one good trait in this guy. Like, like
Just one.
I'm gonna make it clear. He may go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Ooh, he got a
She
nice
be like, you know
body.
what?
Oh, yeah.
You should be a trainer.
Yeah.
So then she'll go and try to build up pro. Hey, he trains, and try to build him up.
Controlling
He
it.
ain't trying to train
He don't wanna
nobody.
do that.
Yeah,
He
that's
goes to business
control.
You know what I'm
cards.
saying? And that's when they get frustrated when you know this dude ain't gonna do that anyway.
Right.
It was your idea,
It
not
was
his
right.
idea.
Right.
And so, I think with that being said, women, they should, if you know this guy is not the one for you, and like, he ain't
Yeah.
the one. Because some of them, they put that thing down, they going to hang around for a while.
Right.
I've seen that too. Y'all know what I'm saying. So they'll stick around for a while until they just get totally tired, then they walk out. But
Right.
then by that time, the dude done beat her up to death for
Oh my
all the
God.
stuff that he done, and she, you know what I mean. What I said.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying the other thing,
I was like, get up and down.
the hurt and all the other stuff that he
Beat it
didn't give her,
down.
the attention, the support and all that kind of stuff. And they stick with him. You know what I'm saying? They really try to make this guy the right guy because of one thing that he doing right.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where settle free
That's
comes in.
desperate. That's desperation. Like, and yeah,
That's where
it's
settle free
settling.
comes, and I have to
You're so
just keep
right.
saying that. It comes from those experiences or observations
Yeah.
of people doing that very thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make him what I think he can be. I'm gonna settle for this negative, toxic behavior because I feel something. He works out every day. I'm gonna make him a trainer or whatever. Oh, he is a poet. I'm gonna put him in a book, even though there's
just
other
do
traits
this.
that's not good, and
Right.
you're not happy in a relationship.
Right.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
And do you say all five? We got one more.
I think I'm gonna run them all down to make sure we got them all.
Okay.
All right. So number one, clap back, which is men secretly love a challenge. That's number
Right.
one. Number two is he's be easy to talk to and easy to laugh with. All right, which makes you look approachable and not stuck up. All right. Three is be you, but be flexible. All right, and that was talking about the wearing the right things and
Right.
just being able to be flexible and not have your but have high standards. All right, number four is be unavailable sometimes. Being unavailable. Stop responding too fast to all those texts and
I just
don't run
agree
to
with
it.
that one.
I don't
either.
because I know my
I'll tell you
expectations is
straight up. I think
that's
consistency.
still playing the game.
That's consistency.
It's all
I
a
feel like
game.
when a man,
I don't think it's all a game
I'll tell
though.
you, man.
We're grown.
if I text you, I need to know you got
I
that.
feed off
Dude,
of
we're too
what's given
grown.
to me.
That's how I feel.
So if a woman responds,
Can we
to
high
me,
five
I'm
on that,
responding.
please?
I'm responding.
I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that one. I respond. I'm all about the energy that's given back to me.
Right.
So if she doing it to me, I'm doing it back to her. We exchanging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if she goes the extra mile to make me dinner, I'm gonna go the extra mile to make sure we go out somewhere the next time
Yeah.
or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I just don't too much agree with that because if she started not responding to me, I'm thinking something is wrong.
Yeah,
Something's
Well,
going
listen,
on
That's
because
gonna be a
listen,
problem.
It's a behavior
but-
change.
Yeah, but you're a different kind of guy. To
He is.
many look to many men. Look, if you all over you, if you so quick to answer and you all over then you send it back to text.
But we're going for the good guy, so we got to make sure we appease to the good
I
guy.
feel like the only time we're like that is if,
She don't have a life.
well, yeah.
And she
but
clearly
the only
don't have
time
one.
we feel that way is if we like her, but we not really like her.
I think that's that playing
that's a
games.
problem.
Like that's too much. I think once you reach a level and you're serious and I guess it just depends on what you're
about
what your goal is. Because if you're wanting to get married at this point, I don't have time for that. Like I don't have time for you trying to okay, let me play the game, let me
Right.
play hard to get.
Right.
That's too much. Like if we're building on something, we're building a relationship. That communication needs to be open. It doesn't mean that you have this expectation that because I'm a busy woman,
Right.
doesn't mean you have an expectation that every time you text me, I'm gonna text you right back like that because I may be busy. But in all, I'm not gonna have this mentality like, you know what, let me just wait.
Let it sit there,
No,
yeah.
because the thing is I should want to talk to you. I
Right.
should want to hear from you.
Should wanna hear from you.
And vice versa. Like that's how we're building our connection. You know, just from the romantic side,
Speaking
and
each other's
desire,
language.
flirting,
Right.
flirting, like you said, flirt all the time. Like that's cute. Like, and that's gonna make me like you even more. And it should vice versa. Now we can move forward in the relationship and understanding each other's personality, each other's language, and all that. All those games.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue that we have in relationships is that
Yeah.
people are being taught these games to play, and it's like you can't play with somebody's feelings and emotions. Like we got to stop that.
If they
Right.
especially they went in
Yeah.
wanting that.
Well,
a commitment.
listen. I'm not I'm not telling you that this is how women should do, right?
okay.
I'm telling you this is how some
Overall.
men,
Right.
how men may see
Yeah.
your responses.
Yeah,
you understand?
gotcha.
So you can take it for whatever it's worth.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's not worth nothing to you, toss it. But I'm just saying,
We just have to
just understand like
Frown
this.
on
These
that.
things
Men, stop
happen.
playing games.
And you had
Okay.
one
And
more.
that number 5 was flirt continuously.
Oh yeah, you
Like,
said
like
that
keep
one.
that flirtation
I like
going.
the flirtation
Well,
thing.
shoot, I
Yes.
checked all of them off my list. So when you can check it off, then what? You know, we got time for another show. When you can check it all off, that you've mastered the art of this.
Watching, she got all the
You
checks.
mastered the art of this. Now what?
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you, and if you do these things, you will stay in a man's mind.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
In a man's
That's,
mind.
I
Gotcha.
can see
In a
that.
man's mind.
The only
Good
one, like I
stuff,
said, I
good
don't
stuff.
agree with that one. But the rest of them, I'm down with you.
Okay.
I'm down with you.
Sounds
So
good.
now, Tinzley, you listed some things in your book. What were those list of things that you had mentioned earlier?
There's actually, I actually got a few, but I'm just going to mention 3 of them right now.
Okay.
For women, you know, I hear this male code thing all the time. Women haven't really said woman code, but we have it too. We have that need. We do want you to be able to understand us from that perspective. Be consistent. I'm telling you, men, if you want a woman to be into you and love you, fall for you, do these things, become that one that's putting that poetry into the book, become that one that's adding value to your business because she see, oh, he's so good at this, but I think he could use my help on social media, or he could use my help with putting together his program or putting together his station, whatever. Be consistent, because if she sees that she's got her mind made up that she wants to start doing those things and you start falling off and bagging off, you're not really showing her that you're interested anymore. She's not going to want to do those things anymore because she's going to feel like, wow, if I do these things, he might not really be into me. Consistency. Number 2, do not date a woman if you're not ready for a relationship. You can go quit pursuing people that you know in the back of your mind you're not really ready for. We come on now, we grown, we know what we want. When I go out to go get a job, I knew I needed a job. I knew I needed to prepare for the interview, and I knew I needed to show up so I could stand out in the interview. Do not go out here with these women if you're not ready for a relationship. So be consistent, be ready.
You know I'm coming up. I'm coming
Be
against that.
ready
All right.
when you're ready for a relationship, you know. And then number 3, do not stop wowing her. Sort of like the flirt thing. You know, do things to wow her. I had a guy, you know, I was talking to, and after he sent me the disruptive photo that he sent me, I did tell him, hey, this is not how I get down. I'm not turned on to a man who don't even know my last name yet, but he's sending me this type of photo. You got to do more to that, you know, to get to me. Months went by. He did finally send me a message and apologize to that. You know, I had to think, step back. Am I ready to move forward with someone that has already shown me this type of picture? His explanation was, this is what he does sometimes. He just was playing. There's nothing to it, you know, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah, right.
Wanted to show you
But
what
then
was
he said I
working
was too
with.
uptight because I got offended. But see, that showed me where his mind was. So men, do stuff to wow her. And what that means, if you know that her birthday is coming or whatever, it doesn't have to be an extravagant, expensive gift, but send some roses someday. Wow her. Make her feel special. Still date her still. So do things that have to
I
do
think
with
that should go on even after you marry. You should
right. Well, that's what I said.
continue to
Date. Continue
Yeah.
to date. Be just wow her, you know, with things. And she'll never, I'm telling you, women see that. They notice that. Consistency, actually being ready to want the same thing she wants, and showing her through your actions of that you're interested in her, you wowing her, giving her little gifts. She mentioned that, oh, I need a hair clip for Saturday. Something simple as that. You stopped at a beauty supply and got the hair clip.
Oh, yeah, I
You
love
minimize
that.
the stress in her life. Minimize the stress as much as you can without being, I ain't changing her all, she don't give me no sex, you know, whatever. You need to want to change her all. You know,
Seriously.
you need to want to help out in any kind of way that you
says
can.
that.
Yes,
Of
they
course
do.
they do.
Of course
It's always
they do.
me, you know. And
No,
when I
they
schooled
do.
the guy and I gave the guy my opinion, he's like, well, we want it too. Men want this and that. You can get
I got
that.
needs too.
You can get that, but you have to still
They do
show
say
as
that,
well.
trust me.
So, fellas, I'm telling you.
Wait. So I got to push back on this. Date only if you want a relationship.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying if you're not pursue the woman when you're ready to be in a relationship, you got to be ready. Don't go after no woman if you're ready for a relationship.
Okay, I know where you're finna go at. I know where you're finna go with this. I already see it.
Look, it comes down to communication because it depends on what she wants.
Right.
Some people are dating just to have a good time and enjoy life for that moment.
And if she says she wants a relationship, if you're not ready,
Then
don't
you
go
stay
towards that.
right there.
That's what I meant.
That's
If
what
you're
she was
not
talking
ready,
about,
do not
relationship.
go forward if you know that that's what she's looking for. Because some men, the moment a woman say, well, I would like to be in a relationship, they think you out there picking out the wedding dress.
I had a-
You're not picking out a wedding dress, you're just telling.
Some are.
And I had a
Some
friend.
could be.
I had a friend that was this woman that he was trying to pursue, and she had only been with one man her whole life. And it was her first high school love, sweetheart. They got divorced, and he tried to pursue her, and I said, "Man, don't do it," because I already knew how he was. I said, "Don't do it, bro." I said, "Don't do it," because this woman is. If you do anything with her, you get married, bro. Like I already know. And he was just like, "But man," he said, "No, she a good girl and stuff." I said, "Dude, I already know how you are. Don't do it." And I'll never forget. It was 4 months later, and he called me. He said, "I did it." I said, "You did what?" He said, "Man, I did it." I said, "Oh, you didn't."
Did what?
I had sex with her.
Okay.
And so I already knew what that meant for her. But him, I knew he was.
He just wanted,
He worked his butt off for that.
but he really didn't want the commitment. He wanted the
didn't want the
benefits.
commitment.
Like I said earlier, he wanted,
And so that's why I said, I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now if she was a different type of female and she wanted the same thing, then hey.
Look,
he hit the
That's
jackpot.
okay.
and
Y'all have
that's
fun.
not to say that it's not going to work out, because maybe things will work out anyway.
it's all right. It's all good.
Yes.
But if you know she wants a relationship and you don't proceed further. That's
proceed.
my opinion. Because you're going to tear her apart and she's going to be mad. She's going to be putting your clothes outside and dicing it with. She's going to be dicing it with that.
Yeah, what?
I don't do that. But I've seen it done.
Listen, these are the mistakes that she made. These are the mistakes that she made in her past. That's what that is. She said, "I made some mistakes."
I only ran over one skateboard. I only ran over one skateboard.
Buyers beware.
All right, so back over to Troy, Mr. Kelvin Troy Johnson.
Yes, sir.
5 reasons men don't want to get married anymore, but the one reason he will marry you.
Come
yes,
on.
Yes. I'm going to run this down for y'all real quick. All right. The 4 reasons men don't want to get married, but the one reason he will. Here it is. Number 1 reason, married guys are not respected the way they used to be. Check it out. If you watch television and you watch things on TV, like the married guy is always the heel of the joke. The father is now like the butt of the joke. Oh, he's stupid, or he's a goofball.
Yeah.
It's as
I can
if
see that.
when he got married, now he's like lesser. He's pushing the shopping cart.
He driving the caravan, the minivan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She made him get rid of his sports car. Now he got his own.
Oh, he's not cool anymore.
Put some 30s on it.
Throw some D's on it.
Exactly. And listen, and some men really look at that. They're like, you know what? I don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I
Yeah.
want the lifestyle that I live
Yeah.
and just add her to it. But
Okay.
that's not happening a lot of times. All right, number 2. You lose your friends and your space. Men are one of the reasons men don't want to get married today is they looking like, you know what? I don't want to lose my space and my freedom.
Wow.
You know?
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a very good point.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, everything is
That's a very good point.
Everything is centered
that's why
around us.
that's where man cave came from. Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's a good point.
absolutely. So let me move on. Number 3, if this goes wrong, you could lose everything.
Yes.
Oh, child.
Yes.
These are the conversations that I'm having with men.
Oh yeah, that's the number one.
That is definitely the number one.
That's number one reason men don't.
I
get
gotta
married.
agree with that because even some now they're like, oh,
because the government is made for women. It just is. If men lose all the way around, if
Everything.
something go wrong,
Yes.
they'll lose half of everything or all of everything. Now I have known a couple of women that lost some stuff, but for the most part, the men lose everything. That's
Sure.
the number one reason
Yes.
men hesitate
Yes.
from getting married. Because
It is.
but see, at the end of the
From
day,
what?
though, at the end of the day,
You-
if he believe in himself and he know he gonna do the right thing, he will have that to worry about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
exactly
facts.
what I was going to revert
Facts.
to. You know, if you with the right woman and you guys are in love,
Yes.
but they fall.
But
Sometimes
see-
men
but see-
fall out of love. They may
but
fall
see-
out of love. They
but
don't want to
then
be
at
there no
the
more.
same time, women would throw that. Women would throw that in your face. Like we would.
I don't get
if
that
you don't do
concept
such
of
and
falling
such,
out
I
of
would
love.
divorce you.
Really?
They have done that.
Yeah.
They have done that.
Listen, alimony and child support are very expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of men.
And then if you be with a guy long enough and he got a job that after a certain amount of years you get half all his pension,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at man, the pension start laughing. Like
said-
dude be thinking about that. 7
You got some
years.
women to walk away from that stuff. You know, she'd be like, you know, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. You know,
Not
in the
all
back of-
women.
no, I said you got some women.
Yeah.
Some women to walk away from it, you know,
Yeah.
because they know they can rebuild. They know they good. They're all right. He didn't deserve it. You know,
Yeah.
like keep all that stuff because I wasn't happy when I was with you with it. So why would I be even happy because you're giving me that?
Yeah,
I'm
but
good.
listen, let's be
But I
honest.
see why.
Let's
I see
be
why.
honest. There's not that many women walking away from a check.
But I see.
No.
I see
That's
what
fact.
you're saying though. They're not gonna walk away from a check if they earned it. You're right. If they earned it.
Okay. Yeah.
If they earned it.
I'm talking. Yeah. Well.
If
Okay.
It
they
all
punch
depends
and
on
earn
what
it.
they went through in that relationship. They
That's
earned it, but-
exactly what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. If they
Yeah.
they earned it.
But some
Right.
of them they mad for whatever reason, and even I don't care if they mad, they gonna take that. They gonna do something to try to get back.
Let's research who
Absolutely.
created spousal support.
Yeah. Because I actually know a guy who actually just went through this. He has custody of his daughter. His ex-wife got upset about him gaining custody of the daughter. So then she went all the way back to like when the girl was like 5 years old or something and tried to say that he didn't pay all of the child support and trying to prove it. So she's trying to get all this money in back
Back pay.
pay for child support for a child that she doesn't even have custody for.
Wow.
But they wound up granting her $26,000 in the end of it
Wow.
because she was able to prove it for some amount of years that he didn't pay it, but they had an agreement, but he just didn't pay it through the court.
Yeah.
Like it was just crazy. I
That's
was
dirty.
like,
Now, that's
that's
low down
real
dirty.
dirty.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of stuff that
Yeah.
happen that guys be
Yeah.
like,
Afraid of.
Afraid of.
Yeah. That,
Yeah.
Trust me, that guy. He ain't getting married no time.
Yeah.
He would
Oh,
never
he's
get
not in that
married again.
space.
he would
He's
never get
definitely not
married
in that
again.
space. He's like, look,
Absolutely.
it's me and my daughter, and
Right.
we're gonna rock it out. You
All
know?
right, here we go with
Okay.
number 4. The number 4 reason that men don't want to get married today, but they will for this one reason. I haven't gotten to the one reason yet, but number 4 is single life for men has never been better. With hundreds of cable channels and Netflix originals and Amazon, Hulu, video games. I mean, look, Fortnite is popping.
Oh my
Right
God!
now,
Hey,
have
you know,
fun.
You said it out loud. That was all right.
Have fun. Pop.
Right. So it's like, well, you know, if they want to date, they just swipe left or swipe right. You know, old girl come
God.
over and they enjoy themselves and go on with life.
Right.
Like,
That's not dating.
Why should they?
That's a
Get
hookup.
married.
Yeah, that's hooking up. That ain't dating.
Well, they got all those benefits and
They
all those
weren't ready
reasons.
for her.
Right.
So that's that number 4 is the reason that men don't want to get married. What do y'all think about that?
I think that if that's your thing and you just want to sit there and, you know, be on Netflix and go get you a play doll to play with
She
every
pointed out
day.
one.
And you mean the one that you just gave?
No,
the
he
bully,
said
right?
all
Yeah,
4. Oh,
number
okay.
4.
All number 4 alone, right?
Yeah.
I just if that's what he wants to do, he enjoys sitting there, you know,
Video
and,
games.
video gaming
Yeah.
himself and
Hulu.
just
Video
following
gaming
her
himself.
Swiping,
swiping,
Video
laughing,
gaming
everything.
himself.
Watching-
I
None of
cannot.
that compares to
Watching a
real
little
woman.
porn,
I'm
and that's
just
what
gonna-
he
Right, and that's how I feel
I
too.
can't-
That's what he wants to do. That's what he
how I
wanted
feel
to do.
too.
That's
Like,
him.
None of that compares.
But look, with these apps, I mean, look, you can when you ready for one, you can boop boop boop. You can swipe and then y'all meet up.
That's got to be a miserable experience.
Well, for some men,
Some men,
for
if
some
they don't-
men, it's
some-
a
they may
better
not want the extra.
alternative.
Men can order
They may
a
not
woman
want the extra.
and send them
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
all the, having to get to know
Yeah,
somebody.
flowers,
and the
you know,
work
yeah.
that you have to put into it or whatever. Look, let me get my
One of those benefits, you know, that comes with a little something.
Too
something.
bad back page is gone, but now you have all the apps now, huh?
Now, what do you do if she shows up a hot mess from the app?
Well, then you swipe. Well, you
Put her
would
back
know.
over your back.
So she know where you live now.
Try
She
again
gonna keep
tomorrow.
coming
I
up.
mean,
That's
You gonna open the door, she gonna be still standing out there. What happened last night? You gonna have to move and change your address.
reason we will marry him.
The one reason. Here it is. Y'all ready for the one reason?
Wait a minute. Let me get
Women
my
get
camera
ready.
together.
The one reason a man will marry you.
Okay.
Here it is. If a man really wants you, he'll give up all of this just for you.
Yes. Come on. Come on, man. That
The
wants
one
you.
reason.
The one reason.
If he really, really wants you, he'll
Yep.
give up all of
He'll
it.
give up
Yep.
all of it.
He'll give up the Netflix and the video games. He'll give up the losing of his space.
Right.
Okay. He'll give up even and look,
Ride in the caravan.
Other women.
other women.
Ride in the caravan,
Yeah,
right?
you didn't say that. Other women.
Yes,
What about other women?
He'll ride in the caravan, and some of this is not that good. Okay, riding in the caravan, like that's not that great an idea.
Get a
But you know
SUV.
what? But you know what? If you're in your caravan with the right woman,
Yeah. Is
Come
she
on.
happy? Hey, I always say, if she's
Yeah.
happy, I'm good.
Yeah.
you know,
Happy wife, happy life.
if you get a chance, the one chance in life to connect with the woman of your dreams.
I really love what you just said. I
Yes.
hope the ladies, because I told you, I'm always learning anyway from Love Coach. You know, we go way back as far as learning. I listen to some things you say, and that is so important. If a man is willing to give those things up because he knows you are bigger
Yes.
than those things,
Right.
you are
Absolutely.
worthy.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's okay. I can
Absolutely.
rebuild. This woman
Yes.
is the one I want to be with. I'll
Right.
lose that because I know with her,
Yeah.
we're going to get even more
Yes.
together.
Yes.
You already
Yes.
know that. So I think that's awesome. That's
Right.
an awesome
And then
high five.
look, and then
What?
and
Yeah.
check,
What? They came together.
I got to give him some love. I got to show him some love on that.
Something.
Then look when I finish, I had to do this. I got- You're right, but
yes, yeah. But it's totally true.
That is
It-
true.
it-
If a man give up all that, and that's what we was talking about there. With love, the ultimate proof of love is sacrifice.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That is
He
the
did.
ultimate proof
He
of
said
love.
that. He
I
brought
said
it
that
on home
earlier.
with
And
that
you know
one.
what? And not only that,
I was like, yes.
if she is the one and she sees that some of these things are things that you really enjoy
Right.
and they
Make
make
sure
you
you have
happy,
'em.
she'll be like, "Look, baby, I'll buy you the new PS4
Yeah. Oh, God.
because that one look a little raggedy."
I
I'm
know
gonna get
that's
you a new-
important. Yeah, I got that on I had it on my darn book trailer
She's so funny.
What's that?
I can't.
about a woman was mad because the man needed the new PS4.
Uh-huh.
He came to us, I need $500 for a new PS4. Like I said, you're so right. The PS4 means a lot to them.
Yes.
They'll put a PS4 before they put a woman.
Nah, that's too much.
Nah, that's right.
I knew this was gonna go wrong. I knew this story.
I seen men in Walmart snatch a PS4 out of kids' hands.
I believe that. I believe
Around
that.
Christmas
I believe
time,
that.
knock it
That's
down, little
true. I
Jimmy.
believe that.
Knocking little Jimmy down for the PS4.
That's
I believe
true.
that.
I can't. For the P. What's that song?
Oh, that'd be a good revert to that career. I do this for the
For the P.
PS4.
Do it for the P. That's four.
So yeah, this was exciting. Are we? Do you have any more questions or
Oh,
no?
first of all,
Hey,
let's
'cause-
get here.
I'm over here.
Let's get here. So, cause we still got some time, baby.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
love this.
Okay.
All right. So, in a relationship now, and I want to understand this. So I need you ladies to help me with this.
Okay.
All right. So in a relationship, in most cases, women are very like, and I mentioned this earlier. They always say, "Because I hate this line. I hate this line. I am a great woman. So why don't nobody want me?" You know what I'm saying? And to me, you can't really make that judgment on yourself. Somebody has to make that judgment. It's just like a celebrity calling himself a celebrity.
Yeah.
A celebrity don't call themselves a celebrity.
Right.
Other people call a celebrity a
Right.
celebrity. You know what I'm saying? To a celebrity, he just who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I hear that a lot from women that you know, why don't he want me? I'm a good man. Why did this person want me? I'm a good man. I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. I hear that all the time. But just because you feel like you are good in certain ways don't mean that that's what that guy will in turn that needs from you to make him feel like you're a good woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I think some women just feel that they're good women.
And I don't think you shouldn't feel like you're a bad person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you say that out loud to a man, you make it. It's like you trying to say, "Why don't you want me? I'm a good woman."
Right, and that's the reason. And I agree with you on that. And that's a hard one. I and I have heard women say that.
They said it at the mixer.
Yeah.
They was out there. I'm a good woman.
woman, yeah.
I will wash my man. They was
Wash my man.
I wash his feet. They
Oh
was
my
they was-
God.
I think because that goes into that goes into that
Oh, yeah,
thing we
that was
talked about
crazy.
earlier when we talked about the woman trying to come in to do everything she thought the man wanted. So
Right.
now she's labeled herself because she's did all these things before. Whether it got her the man and she won the prize or she's still single or not, she's done it and now she's going, wow, I done washed this man crusty feet
Right.
and he still didn't choose me, whatever.
Yes.
Or I done sit there and scrubbed his hairy back, whatever, and he still didn't choose me,
Oh, there goes somebody.
You're on with Wardell Richardson on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, this is Deetra. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
How you doing?
Come through.
Okay, so I wanted to just put in my little 99 cents.
Okay.
As far as with dating good women or bad,
Right.
whatever
Right.
scenario with that, good women or good men. Now, with my scenario, I have, a lot of good guys that have been trying to pursue me.
Right.
And for me, I just think it's just attraction. I can admit that they are really, really good men,
Right.
whether it's work, whether it's, personally, any type of, it's just, I'm not attracted to them. And people don't accept that and they automatically think, oh, because he's a good guy, you should be attracted to him. No. That's not how it goes.
Yes.
I can find another good guy, but I need to feel an attraction toward him. And just because he's quote unquote good doesn't mean he's good for me.
Now,
That's
what
good.
what,
Yes.
what kind of attraction are you seeking from the guy?
Well, many things. Like I'll give a perfect example. There's a guy, he's been like trying to run me down for years now, and I just consider him as a friend.
Right.
I don't want to go past that friend zone. I'm not attracted to him. Nothing moves, when I'm around him.
Yeah. Oh, I get
And
it.
then it's hard for me because I'm like, now I can't even hang with you, dude, because you got all this expectation. I really want to be with you. Come on, Deetra. I can't even have dinner anymore because it's going to turn into something else.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
hold
not
on.
attracted to you.
Hold on, Deetra.
You're good. You're great. I just don't like you in that way.
So, Deetra, this is a question I have, and maybe you can answer this because I know women do this too. Why would you go out with a guy, or hold on, because I know you can say, why would you even entertain dinner with him, knowing he likes you anyway? Because he's gonna expect something. It's like I see women do this all the time. You know a dude like you, but you'll go to dinner with him and eat, or you'll go to the movies with him,
Yes.
or you'll go to the park with him.
Yep.
And then now, you be like, well, I can't even hang with you no more because you want all these expectations. Well, we just went out to eat, to the movies, to the park.
Right.
Like, we do
Honestly, I just think it's companionship.
No.
If you still,
See,
whether
now-
or not
but
you're
wait.
attracted to that person
But-
or not, you're not in a relationship with them, and you may enjoy their company, but they just,
But
you're
does-
just not interested in them. Now, as far as repeatedly doing it, that's a no-no. Now, if I went out, let's just say I went out with this guy, and, initially, of course, he may be pursuing me. I went out, and we're friends, and, he just kind of went a little too far on the first thing. Then I know, okay, you know what? If I go on the second time, then it's on me. But it's just companionship. It's just hanging out because, you have a need to be with
And I get that.
another person to hang out.
And I get that, but why hang out with the guy you know like you? That's the thing. Like, you can hang out. You said you had
Well,
other
I'd
guys.
rather hang out with the guy that likes me than the one that don't. How about that?
But
Maybe she's trying to see. Maybe she's trying to see if she can be attracted.
But wait a minute, wait.
She
But
already
Let
Deidre,
him talk.
hold on, but Deidre, here's the problem though. You feel that way, but the question is, does he feel that way?
What do you mean?
Meaning does he feel like, it is okay for us to go feed the ducks and go to dinner and go to the movies
Well, of course he does, 'cause he wants as much of my attention and my
but
presence
hold on.
as he can.
So is it?
He,
But wait a minute.
We'll go with that.
But wait a minute. But is it fair to him for you to know that ain't nothing gonna pop off and still go out and be with him? Like,
it's pure.
that's like what you said.
Yeah, men do it. A lot of men have done that. Men have
They do
done
that
that too.
too.
They know, but and I'm gonna ask you this, Deidre. Is Tinzley here? I was gonna ask you. Hey, do you sometimes treat him out too? Like if you guys go out, do you maybe say, hey, I'll treat this time to kind of make it more platonic, or is it just him, taking you out to feed the ducks and you guys are eating out and stuff?
On him.
Is like, if it's somebody that I truly value as a friend, absolutely.
So even though you know it's not going anywhere, you still will sometimes treat and then let him treat, even though you know you're not attracted to him.
Yeah, because I don't expect him. I have no expectation.
I don't believe
of him.
you.
Yeah.
I don't believe her.
Hey,
Oh, you better
Why don't you believe her?
Don't do that.
I don't believe you.
Maybe-
I just don't have that expectation.
He's trying to blow her away.
Out, or if he's
do what?
inviting me somewhere
Okay,
doing
hold on,
something,
hold
I
on.
don't set that. Oh, well, you asked me, so Ninja, you better make sure that you know. I don't do that.
Deidre,
So, I would just
man.
automatically-
Deidre, they don't believe you, but I
Deidre,
believe that you would. I believe you'd take him out to
Deidre,
eat. Would it be
because-
Papa Do's or Mickey D's?
Okay, and he would know that about me. I don't want no Big Mac, so we can figure it out together. And I can tell him, oh, I want to go here. I'll say, hey, if he comes
See,
to me
I just-
and say, hey, you want to go bowling? I'll say, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna tell
Or,
you,
hey, do you want to go see this movie? Sure.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
I'm not
this.
I have no expectations.
Deidre, I'm gonna tell you this, Deidre.
That situation.
But he
I'm
does.
gonna tell you this, Deidre. I'm gonna tell you this, and every woman who listening understand this. If a guy likes you, and you give him any opportunity to be with you, he still is just liking you more.
Right.
Everything you do, he liking you more.
He thinks that it's planting a seed. It's planting a seed, and
Yes.
he's thinking that
And so
it's going
that-
to lead to
This
something.
could lead to
He's
something.
thinking it's going to lead to something. Even if you saying no, he thinking it's still a possibility because you want his time.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
building.
I'm not saying let's rewind. I'm not saying continuously do this.
But
you know
you've
what I
done it
mean?
before.
Like keep
Okay.
going out and having these dates to cause him to think anything extra. And for my part, I typically have that conversation because you guys have been a little aggressive these days.
Yes.
So I have to say, hey.
'Cause look-
listen,
Hey, but that-
I'm
that-
not,
don't
I
you-
don't want to be in a relationship. I don't. So at that point, what happens when you tell a person, hey,
You need to stop going out with him.
Well, she
Yeah.
said she don't do it all the time. She just said it like
Don't do it no time.
Right.
So never do it. No, never go
because
get
Do not go out with a guy who
But
likes
why
you.
not?
Don't like him.
Why
you don't
can't
like
she
him back.
just? Why can't she just make it clear to him that this isn't going to go
There is
anywhere?
no making it clear. There is no making
the
it
guy made it
clear.
clear he don't open doors and close doors.
No.
Yeah, why
What's the
can't
difference?
she make it clear?
And then she
You can
stopped
have
it.
an
She had a
expectation.
thought with
Here's
him
the
and
thing.
ended it.
Here's the thing. You can have whatever expectation you want, but that's something that you're making up in your mind. I've already told you that I don't want to be with you that way.
Right.
So now you
So why
make a
go out
decision.
with
But
him?
no, my
But
thing
she
is,
might take him out sometimes. She said that.
I don't think there's any.
What's wrong
no.
with that?
I don't think anything is wrong with
That's
it
crap.
if
That
it
is
has been
crap.
communicated.
This is
Listen,
from a man.
Listen,
This is
if it
from
has
a
been
man.
because I've been in this situation
Listen
before.
From a man.
No.
If I like you,
I'm
No.
gonna keep liking you.
Yo,
And that's
Every
okay.
time we go out,
And that's
I'm gonna be
okay.
like,
That's on
"Ooh."
you, though.
Well, you're right.
That is
You are
on
right about
you.
that. I mean,
He can
I
still
get that.
continue
keep
to
liking her. He can keep liking her.
He can.
I have or have entertained to even go anywhere. I have slowed my roll down with that particular situation.
Right.
because
Okay.
They do, and it does intensify.
It does.
When they get in your space, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yep.
oh my,
Yep.
it really starts.
Can I ask you,
Right.
do you think you can grow on
On
him?
the other hand, if I make myself, I say up front, be in a relationship with you, we can be cool, then they should accept that, just like men want us to accept it when they say it.
Right, so I feel like
Absolutely,
ain't
now
nothing
I
wrong
agree with
just
that.
talking on the phone.
Because if a man,
Why y'all gotta
if
go
a man
out?
tells you,
But what's
upfront
wrong with something to
one
eat?
thing,
If she's willing to pay for a dinner here,
tell
and
you
he's willing to
something.
pay for a dinner
Let me
there,
tell you something.
if she's willing, I gotta keep saying this. If she's willing to treat one day, he's willing to treat. They're going out
I think
together.
this is unfair a little
What's
bit.
wrong with that?
I understand it, but I think it's unfair because if you got to answer this question, if you guys told a woman up front that I just want to be your friend, and then y'all are going out, and let's just say it becomes sexual, right? And emotions start running or whatever. Now you're expecting for her not to get all crazy and stuff because you already told her from the beginning what it is, right?
First of all,
When you're being
I don't
honest.
think it's right on either side. I don't think it's right on either side.
But everybody can't be in a relationship.
I'm not just saying on the man's side.
Everybody may not be relationship material.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I tell a woman I like her, and then but yet she want to go to dinner, so I'm like, oh no. That ain't happening.
Okay, well, y'all are mature.
And not only that,
They're mature.
Hold on. And look, and not only
We're
that,
not gonna go movies. We're not gonna go hang out at the
check it
park.
out.
We
Check it
not
out.
gonna do that.
And we talk about Deidre and her situation right now, right?
We can talk
But
on
see,
the
somebody,
phone.
listen, a lot
All day.
women do this, right? Y'all got these male best friends, sometimes gay male best friends, right? But they really just waiting for an opportunity.
Wait, the gay ones?
They wait, all of them. All of them.
Oh, wait, the gay
All of them.
You gonna make
Some of
that
them-
gay be a
Some of them, whether they be
Not
like
the gay
whatever
ones.
they are.
So we got it going on.
Thanks for calling in, big
We
girl.
got it going on.
Some of these people
So
are
we gonna
waiting.
turn the gay ones
said
straight
cut
to
that
On that much to turn them straight.
Look. Offer it to him. Offer it to him and see what happens.
Is she still on? Oh, you took her off? Okay.
I still feel
Offer
like
it to him and see what happens.
don't ever mislead anybody. But if she's treating two and he's treating two, it may not be 100% the best idea. But I don't feel like he's losing because she's already treated two. She said, "I'm going to take you out too," because of the
He's just gotta be
companionship.
mature enough
This
to
is the
know.
difference. Y'all just looking at it as something that's happening instead of feelings being involved.
Okay, well-
This guy, if he
Right.
likes her,
He likes
and
her.
he makes it clear that he likes her,
Right.
then being around her is just gonna make him like her more.
Right.
I can
And so-
believe that.
And
And I had that happen to me.
Me too. I wound up dating a guy like that.
This is one of Tinsley's rules.
You don't have to go out though.
Look,
No, but if you
Tinsley
get
says
down like
don't
that,
go out on a date.
I don't know about that,
If you want a relationship with somebody who doesn't want a
Well,
relationship,
I didn't say
No.
today. I said, dude, if you're not ready for
Right.
a relationship,
Right.
and that
Don't go out
person
on a
told
date.
you they're ready for a relationship, then
Right.
you should not be trying to be with that person if
Right.
you know that person's not going to want to be with you
Exactly.
back.
I've been in that situation that she's talking about though, and I actually understand it because we were both single. He really liked me, but we enjoyed just doing stuff together. He would tell me, "I like you, but I really enjoy our time together. Like regardless as to if you ever want to be with me or love me like how I love you, I'm just letting you know that I do. But at the end of the day, hey, you want to go to the movies today? We're both single until we find somebody. Then we'll just be that for
It
each
should be
other.
maturity,
You know what I mean?